Happy Bitcoin Pizza Day, first and foremost. We're going to briefly talk about that when we start the video. But this is going to be a very important end of week market breakdown because of course there is blood all over the streets of crypto. So we need to start looking at what cryptos are on sale and can provide us some potential profits. So let's not waste any time and get straight into the video. Before we get started, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, like this video, very much appreciate that. If you're getting some knowledge, some value from this content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and like the video. And also if you're new to crypto and you want to learn the fundamentals, some TA, what crypto is about, then go ahead and click on the link in the description to enroll to my course. And also if you want to get some more regular TA that I provide to my Telegram group, link for that is in the description. A few charts, a few setups, things of that nature. So go ahead and click on that link in the description. Now let's get into this video. Firstly, I am a bit late when it's coming in regards to this Bitcoin Pizza Day. It was actually on the 18th of May, so that's 5 days late. But this is the end of week market breakdown. I can't do that midweek, so I'm saying it now. Now, this gentleman, his name was Laszlo. He paid 10,000 Bitcoins for a couple of pizza, which right now equates to about 3.8 or over $3 billion, right? So that's, of course, insane if you think about it, but he didn't know that. I mean, I think Bitcoin was worth like a couple of pennies at that time. This was 2010, so definitely would have been a couple of cents that it was worth. But he actually made a comment about it afterwards, saying he thought it would be cool to actually have paid for some pizza using Bitcoin. So this is one of the first use cases of Bitcoin at that time, and then people started to use it for drugs and things like that. But this was a very, very important thing that happened because before this, it was just internet fake money. It had no use case. It was just some cool stuff on the internet. But after this, it had the use case, and then it started to gain traction. Oh, you can actually use Bitcoin to pay for things. It's actually real money. So that's why it's very important that he did that. Of course, now if someone did that, that'd be insane. But it was an important thing to have done because it started the journey of Bitcoin being a real value. So very, very important. Now, another thing I wanted to cover was this extremely important chart. The reason why it's so important is because it's going to help us when we get close to the end of this run, which is not now, the end of the bull run. It's going to help us identify this. So before I get into it, shout out to Decentrader. I think so. He got the concept from Unchained Capital, but he adapted it, Philip Swift, because basically this is the 1 year hodl wave. So this means how many people are holding Bitcoin in a year or more. So for example, at this point right here, you can see 60% of Bitcoin is being held for at least 1 year, right? So the closer you get to the end of the run, the more people start to sell. So it means that the amount of people that are holding it for 1 year starts to decrease and decrease. So meaning people that were in it for the long run, people that knew Bitcoin was going to go up, would have invested over a year. Of course, this is smart money. They don't get in at the end again very, very early. So when they start to sell, this is an indication of the end of the run. Very, very important. And what you'll notice is it goes down the closer we get to the end of the run. And around this level, so you can see here 43% or 44% was the top of the previous run, right? So this is 2017. And this level was around 39% was the top. But as you can see, the trend right here slowly goes up. So you can see here it was 38%, it was the exact top. Here it was 43 or 44%. The next is probably going to be a bit higher, right? So a few percent higher, maybe 48, 47, 48, 49. And where are we right now? 54%. So when this starts to get into the 40s, we need to start really getting ready to press that eject button, because that's when the top is very, very close. Now, we're not there yet, but this is something that I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on, definitely in the next few months. As I've said, my kind of projection is near to the end of the year. It's not fixed, but it also depends on looking at the market and what the market is telling me. But this chart is definitely going to be an essential, because the lower this percentage gets, the more likely or the closer we are to the top. So just bear that in mind, and definitely bookmark this page. Just type in 1 year Bitcoin hodl chart and you'll find it. Now let's get into the market. First, let's start with Bitcoin, of course, and then we'll start to work our way down. So Bitcoin today actually went and dipped again. This was just a bit of a flag formation, a bearish flag. This normally ends up in a further continuation of the previous move. But on the weekly time frame, we've broken below key support, which was the 786, and also confluencing with a previous high at 38k. So we're looking to close below that for the week, and the next major level is 32. Now, I doubt that we're going to go below 32 and actually close. I do think that we might potentially spike below, but I don't think we'll close below this level. I do think most of the blood has been spilt in regards to Bitcoin, and there isn't much more down to go. So I do think this is going to probably be close to the bottom. So, and this is going to be the narrative for the entire video, that if you're looking at any cryptos that you want to invest in, now is the time where you want to start adding to your position. And of course, I've got to add the disclaimer of this is not financial advice. This is unsolicited, my unsolicited opinion. But we're very close to the bottom of this correction. There could be a little bit more left, but for the most part, I think we are past the major correction. So if you want to start adding to positions, think about it. Don't take too long. Of course, you need to reverse your mentality of you want to be greedy when others are fearful. And that is right now. Everyone is scared. No one wants to touch the market. So this is when you want to be greedy. Moving on to the next. Now we have Ethereum. So Ethereum is finding support at a previous resistance level at 1900 to 2000. So this is a good level. Now we could potentially break below this and find support at 1600 or even as low as 1400. Now, of course, that's not ideal, but at the same time, again, if you want to get a discount, this is when you want to start putting in money. So Ethereum at the moment is finding support there, but it's finding a little bit of demand. But same with Bitcoin, is when we start seeing the green candle, that's when we can confirm this is most likely the end of the bottom. So the same with Bitcoin, as I said, we might get like a spike, like a quick move to the downside, followed by a quick reaction as well. That's still in the cards. Next, we have a look at Chainlink. So Chainlink is at a massive discount. Only last week or 2 weeks ago, we were looking at Chainlink at 54. Double rejection, and then a massive move to the downside. At the moment, it's now finding some support at a crucial resistance level at $18 to $19 or 20 to round it up. Now, definitely, you can see there's only a little bit of demand right here, so it could definitely break. It's looking likely that it wants to break to the downside to $15, and that could be the end of the correction. But again, this is for most cryptos will close to the bottom, so think about adding to your position. Litecoin, we have, after this beautiful double bottom, massive gains, and of course massive drop. Now it's finding support at the 786 around 150, 145. Again, not a lot of demand right here, only a little bit of a rejection. So it's likely that we will revisit 129 at the very least. If not, if we break below that, which will be dire, we would probably find support at 115. Again, we're looking at percentage, right? Looking at 12% drop, potentially or likely, 11%, or 22%, right? So not too much of a drop to go before going to the upside. So we want to actually look at, for example, a trade, just to kind of illustrate that there isn't much to go. You know, if you look at this like that, let's say at the very least it can drop 24%, but to the top it's 150%. So that's a pretty good risk to reward ratio. And that's what I'm trying to let you know, that, you know, yes, it would be nice to get it right at the bottom, but it's smarter to kind of start adding to your position now. Think about it. I'm just telling you to think about it. Okay, so on to the next one. We have cbdc. Very important. You know, I was saying at this time, after this monster run, it's only inevitable that it's gonna you know, turn around and retrace, and that's what it's doing. Potentially we could find support around this level, but after this monster run, probably it's going to dip back into this region, maybe find support at this counter trend line or around this level right here. So this is massive, kind of, there's a lot of things happening there, so it could find support around the area before starting to turn around. But the thing is, during corrections we have a flight to safety, right? So Bitcoin is most likely going to take the reins now, because, you know, there's chaos in the market, there's blood in the streets, and when people are scared, when investors are scared, they move to safety. And so the altcoin market is going to probably just take a beating for now and stay on the floor, you know, stay down unconscious. Well, Bitcoin is going to start, you know, probably increasing in price, and that's going to start the reversal. So expect Bitcoin to probably start the reversal first. Then again, the money flow cycle will restart. Bitcoin, big caps, Ethereum, and then people will start to look at the smaller coins. So the smaller coins will take some time to recover. We have Polkadot. Wow. I mean, only I think yesterday it was finding support at the bottom of this trend line, $28, and then boom, massive. Look at this massive. This is one of those meme pictures right there, where you just have a, you know, obviously the rally and then a massive red candle straight to the depths of hell, and that's where it's finding support right now at a previous high of $17 to $18. Again, not too much of demand right here, so it could find support at the next level right here at around $16 before reversing, but once it reverses, it'll be a decent reversal, I think. So Polkadot as well, you know, just blood all over the gaff, but at the lowest probably it'll be 16. If it drops below this, it's gonna be very, very peak. It'll probably find support around $10, but let's pray that doesn't happen. That'd be insane actually if it does, because that would be like an 80% correction. I don't think it will go that low. Next we have Cosmos. So Cosmos is finding support at a counter trend line, which was drawn a long time ago. If it finds support there, of course, is potential, because it is a quite key trend line that it's rejected of several times, then good. But the next major level will be around $8.50 over here. I do not think it'll go any lower than that. If it does, it will potentially find support at $8. Otherwise, it's going to be a very dark summer for Cosmos. Cardano actually is one of the ones that hasn't been that affected by the drop. Of course, it's still quite a severe drop, 50%, but it's not as crazy as some of the other coins. Now it's re-entered this consolidation region, starting from $1.04 to $1.30. So it's re-entered that, which is good. There was a lot of action in there, so most likely it will stay there. And also we have a bit of an ascending wicks going on over here. So Cardano looks good compared to some of the other coins. Also, if it carries on going up and finds support at this high of 133, then that's definitely a good sign. But it could be a delayed reaction where maybe in the next few days, maybe next week, it's gonna really start tanking as well, like a lot of the other coins. But Cardano, we could potentially see $1.05 being tested once again, or we could see just this ascending wicks. So we could find support potentially a similar area around 1.5 to 110. So that's Cardano. Now we'll have a look at another altcoin. So Injective Protocol actually looks like there's still quite a lot more room for a drop, because there's no support in this area whatsoever, right? And these two massive candles, so there was no area to create a pattern, to create some levels. So this could drop a further potentially 40% to the next major level at $5. So out of all the ones I've seen so far, this probably looks the one that could lose quite a bit more value before building another move. So be careful if you want to invest in Injective Protocol. And we'll end with looking at SNX. Now, I did say this was looking to break out to the upside, and it did hit target around $25, and of course the drop happened, and now it's re-entered the bullish flag. So now it's entered the chart pattern, and it's at the bottom of the trend line, finding support at $12.50. If it breaks below this, at the moment there seems to be a bit of a trend going on over here. It will probably find support around $10. That's going to be the next major level before it can start to reverse. But there isn't anything major to show that it could find support there. But it's a major level, so people that are bullish on SNX will probably not sell further than $10. If it breaks, of course, we're going to be looking at $7.50, the next major level. So all in all, to summarize this video, everything is on sale. So if you want to think about adding to position, now's the time. You need to build up that courage and think, be a contrarian and not sell when people at the moment, whenever are scared. You want to start adding to your positions. However, what I do want to say is that most likely Bitcoin is going to take the reins. It's going to start increasing in value before anything else, because that is the safe asset in the space. It's going to start drawing all the capital, and then the move will start to rebuild that money flow channel from the big boy Bitcoin to Ethereum to small caps. And then people, once they're feeling comfortable and the market's bullish again, then speculation will start to increase, as it did in the last few months, where stupid meme coins were just going to the moon. So just be aware of that, be patient, and I'll leave you that. See you in the next video. Peace.